back again. You know what? Before I get into this, there's some free agency news that just hit the airwaves. Clint Capella signs a deal with the Rockets, 5 years, $90 million or whatever. So he's going back to Houston. I think we all knew that was going to happen, but that's beside the point. Let's get into what we're here to talk about. You know, I pride myself on not being that guy that goes on social media or uses this platform on YouTube to attack players personally. That's not what I do. I have my opinions on players, teams, leagues, whatever. No problem there. We're allowed to have our own opinions. I don't attack players if they go to other teams, because at the end of the day, it's called free agency. If your current team allows you to get to free agency, there is a chance that you could go play somewhere else. At the same time, where you're allowed to go wherever you want, with it is going to come criticism. So I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is I don't believe anyone should attack you personally because you join the Warriors, or because you're LeBron and you go to Miami, or you go to Cleveland or LA. That's your choice. People are allowed to say, you know what, that was a weak move. I don't have no problem with it. I think when they start attacking you personally, attacking your character, that's different. Now, with that being said, people probably gonna say, well, you went off on DeMarcus Cousins. I sure did.
Bruh.
I'll take it back. Because here's why. I didn't attack that man personally. I feel like he could have went to other teams to do what he's claiming he wants to do. Come back, showcase his skill set, maybe get a championship. Okay, cool. But to go to that team, like, dude, like, they already got 4 All-Stars.
Really?
Like, how much is enough? As fans of the sport, like, come on. This is not what we signed up for. So I get it. Now, to the matter at hand. Kevin Durant. Let me go on record and say, I don't hate no players. I don't have nothing personal against none of them. I love the NBA. So I love these players are very talented. It was a beautiful thing. It's cool. I don't have no problem with them. From Curry, Durant, LeBron, Westbrook, Carmelo. I like all the players. Harden. There's things about certain players, well, I say probably most players, that I don't agree with. But that's not going to lead me to come on here and attack them. Like, nah, like, whatever. That's my opinion. I'm from the barbershop era.
What?
If you don't know what that means, I can't really explain it to you, but I grew up in the era where that's where sports was handled at in the city. You went to the barbershops and you handled it there. You talked about it. That was the main conversation. Music and sports, amongst other things. It was a beautiful thing. That's the era I grew up in. So I grew up being able to go back and forth with people you don't even know. And it was cool. You could talk sports and you could go back and forth about music. But back to Kevin Durant. I was upset that he went to Golden State. 2 reasons. Like I said, you can go wherever you want. What you shouldn't do is lose that sense of pride. Like, you know what? We had that team on the ropes. We had them down 3-1. They came back and won. Okay, cool. They beat y'all. Come back next year. Add a little more firepower to the squad. Go at them again. His famous words, because what you can't do is sit there and attack LeBron for going to Miami, Kevin Durant, and saying we should go at these people's. Yeah, famous tweet that you put out. That's the thing about social media. It's always there. Somebody got it. So you can't do that and then turn around and join the Warriors, who you had 3-1. But we're not rehashing that. It's kind of like a history lesson. So that happened, okay, whatever. People was upset. There was going crazy about it. Like, how could he join this team? Where's his sense of pride? Like, he don't want to compete. Okay, it died down, which it should have. Was what we expected it to die down. The intensity levels off. But here's the thing. Durant is becoming the most sensitive player I have ever seen. From him going to the Warriors, winning the championship that first year, finals MVP. And I guess he felt like that would do it. Now people would stop talking about it. But they had a problem with what you did, so they're not going to stop talking about it. So you went to the ESPYs. Peyton Manning was hosting. This is what they do. The host, they roast players. If you didn't want to be a part of that, don't show up. He sat there. His own mother's laughing because she gets it. Like, dude, okay, he's making jokes. Like, you sit here for a few hours, laugh it off, even if it bothers you, and you go home. That's not what Durant did. He sat there looking like he wanted to stab the man. That's a problem. You've been in the league too long. You've been in the spotlight for too long to sit here and act like you're a rookie, like you don't understand how to play the game. And I'm not talking about the basketball game. So there was that. That went away. They came back the following season, went back to back. Okay, cool. Now he really thinks, okay, now it's done. You got guys like CJ McCollum, players around the league, they still kind of, it's not resentment, but they're upset because they feel like they can't really compete. They don't have a chance. They feel like, you know what, before we could go into a game against the Warriors, and if we slow down Steph or Clay, we got a chance. Now, you could shut down both of them. And Durant still gets 30, and you still could lose. Bruh. That's a problem. Now they got Cousins. So for McCollum, I get it. He's vented his frustration. Here's my thing. I don't really have a problem with him responding to CJ McCollum. Not that much. I mean, I kind of do because I'm like, dude, like, what? Why? What? Forget about it. Don't worry about it. If he's not attacking you personally, you don't even need to respond. But Durant's not just responding to peers. He's also responding to random people on Twitter. He's also responding to beat writers in OKC to the point where they got to take down an article that they wrote about you. Really? Huh? Are you kidding me? Could you imagine all the stuff that's been said about LeBron if he was out there answering every random person that hit him up on Twitter about what they didn't like about him, his game? Bruh. I'm pretty sure people talk about his kids on it, but you can't respond to that because at the end of the day, people know you. You're famous. With fame comes responsibility. At the end of the day, you have to sit back and pick your battle. So for your LeBron, you say, okay, well, he went at Charles Barkley. Yes, he did. Here's the thing. He felt like Barkley was attacking him personally. CJ McCollum didn't attack Durant personally. He was upset about the move. You got to understand that and say, you know what? I've been down this road already. I'm going to let it go. It's extending to his family. His mother had to go on First Take and make Stephen A. apologize for going at her son because he went to the Warriors. Really? Am I missing something? Freedom of speech. You can say what you want. I don't think you should attack people's character or person. That's different. That's not what's happening here. And for him to be continuing this 2 years later, it's actually 3 now because he's played in Golden State for 2 seasons. It's laughable. The most sensitive player in the world. Say it with me, people. The most sensitive player in the world. Bruh. It's gotta stop. Just go play basketball, dude. Like, why are you sitting there? I mean, he's got burner accounts to respond to fans. What? I don't understand. Like, at what point is enough enough? So, with that being said, this is why people root against the Warriors. Because of stuff like this. It's not good enough that you got so much talent that it's hard for teams to compete with you. Now, you got to respond to every fan that gets upset, every player that's upset that they don't have enough talent to compete with your team. For you to go on this dude's podcast and say he shouldn't worry about that. Dude, he's in the league. His job is to try to win championships just like you. So he shouldn't respond to that? Why? What's he supposed to do? Oh, you told the man, just go play? Why don't you take your own advice, Kevin, and go play? It's the off season. Go somewhere hot with no mosquitoes and chill. Why are you sitting here going back and forth with McCollum and responding to fans? Like, dude, like, I don't want to say you're supposed to be too big for this, but you're supposed to be too big for this. You're Kevin Durant, one of the top 3 players in the world. We could have a discussion later about where you should be, whether you're 1, 2, or 3. But the point is, I don't even see people like Damian Lillard, Steph Curry. They don't get into these type of wars. Why? Because they're able to laugh it off. At the end of it, because I'm sure what I would think if I was them on the inside is, you know, I'm upset. But I can't let this man see I'm upset. I'm going to laugh it off. I might go home and express something different to my wife or my family. Cool. But you can't do it in this way. I'm going to get off this rant because I'm tired of talking about this dude. But at the end of the day, it's laughable that somebody could be that sensitive. You can't take a joke. You're going to keep responding to people. But you're winning. Winning clearly don't cure all. You said it was all about championships, but it's not. Because at the end of the day, here's the narrative. You want to change it. You want to be able to be put in that greatest ever category. But you're seeing it's not possible because people are not willing to accept the way you went to Golden State, to accept the fact that your team is so stacked that there's no way no one can beat you. That's a problem for you. Get used to it, Kevin. It ain't going away. 10 years later, you still going to be the guy that joined the 73-win team. Bruh. You still going to be the guy that's sitting there looking at Peyton Manning like you want to cut his throat. So at the end of the day, your best bet, go play basketball. Stop talking about this. Don't respond to the comments. Don't respond to players on social media platforms. I'm sure you could have a conversation with CJ McCollum behind closed doors. It wouldn't be out there in the air like this, but you're not that smart. So it is what it is. I'm gonna drop the Final 4 greatest in-game dunkers videos today. We'll have the championship game probably this weekend. Hopefully I don't have to have another rant. But it's the NBA, and I'm pretty sure there'll be another one. Looking forward to the season. We're still going to do this every day. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I drop new videos. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.